What if I told you that the reason you're struggling financially has nothing to do with how much you earn? What if the real problem isn't your salary, your job, or even the economy, but the small, everyday habits you built around money without even realizing it? The truth is, most people are unknowingly sabotaging their own financial future every single day. And the scary part? These habits feel completely normal. They feel comfortable. They feel like just the way things are. But they're not. They're choices. And today we're going to expose every single one of them. Welcome back. If you're someone who wants to stop living broke, stop feeling stressed about money, and actually start building real, lasting wealth, then stay with me till the end of this video, because what you're about to hear could genuinely change the direction of your financial life. Let's get into it. Habit number 1, spending everything you earn. Let's start with the most common and most dangerous habit of all, spending every single dollar you make. Most people treat their income like a bucket with a hole in the bottom. Money comes in, and within days, sometimes hours, it's already gone. Rent, groceries, phone bill, Netflix, eating out, random online shopping, and before you know it, your account is back to zero. Here's the problem with that. When you spend everything you earn, you leave yourself with absolutely no cushion, no safety net, and no foundation for building wealth. One unexpected expense, a car repair, a medical bill, a job loss, and you're in serious trouble. The solution is a concept called paying yourself first. Before you pay your rent, before you buy groceries, before you do anything else, you set aside a percentage of your income for savings and investment, even if it's just 10% to start. You automate it, so it moves to a separate account the moment your paycheck hits. Out of sight, out of mind. What you don't see, you don't spend. Over time, that money grows. And suddenly, you have options. You have security. You have freedom. Habit number 2, lifestyle inflation. Now let's talk about something that trips up even high earners. You get a promotion. Your income goes up by $500 a month. Amazing, right? But then within weeks, you upgrade your apartment. You start eating at nicer restaurants. You buy a better car. And somehow, despite earning more, you're saving exactly the same amount as before, which is nothing. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it is absolutely brutal. The reason it's so dangerous is because it feels like a reward. You worked hard. You earn more. You deserve to enjoy it. And that's true, to an extent. But when your spending grows at exactly the same rate as your income, you're stuck on a hamster wheel. You might be running faster, but you're not going anywhere. The wealthy have a very different approach. When their income goes up, their lifestyle stays the same, at least for a while. They take that extra income and they invest it. They let it work for them. Then, over time, their money starts making money. That is how real wealth is built. Next time you get a raise, challenge yourself. Keep your current lifestyle for 6 more months and invest every extra dollar. You'll be amazed at what happens. Habit number 3, ignoring financial education. Here's a hard truth. The school system failed you when it comes to money. You probably spent years learning history, algebra, and literature, but no one ever sat you down and taught you how compound interest works, how to read a financial statement, what a stock is, or how to file your taxes properly. And because of that gap, most people are completely lost when it comes to money management. They avoid the topic because it feels complicated, overwhelming, or boring. But here's the thing. Financial ignorance is incredibly expensive. Every year you spend not understanding money is a year where your money is either sitting still or actively losing value to inflation. The good news is that financial education has never been more accessible. Books, podcasts, YouTube channels, online courses, the information is out there, and most of it is free. Start with the basics. Learn about budgeting, saving, investing, compound interest, and taxes. Then go deeper. Learn about stocks, index funds, real estate, and passive income. The more you know, the better decisions you make. And better decisions lead to better outcomes. Commit to learning something new about money every single week. That habit alone, over a few years, will put you miles ahead of the average person. Habit number 4, using debt to fund your lifestyle. Credit cards, buy now, pay later apps, personal loans. We live in a world that makes it incredibly easy to spend money you don't have. And for a lot of people, this has become a way of life. They finance their vacations, their wardrobes, their electronics, their dining experiences, all on credit. Now here's what's really happening when you do that. Every time you swipe that card and don't pay it off in full, you're borrowing money at an interest rate that could be anywhere from 18 to 30% per year. That means a $1,000 purchase that you stretch out over a year could cost you $1,200 or $1,300 by the time it's paid off. You're literally paying a premium to spend money you don't have on things that, by the time you finish paying for them, you've already forgotten about or stopped using. High-interest consumer debt is one of the most effective wealth destroyers in existence. It's like trying to fill a bathtub with the drain open. You can keep pouring money in, but it will never fill up. The rule is simple and powerful. If you can't afford to buy it in cash, you can't afford it. Full stop. Use credit cards only for convenience and pay the full balance every single month. That way, you get the benefits, the rewards, the purchase protection, the convenience, without paying a single cent in interest. And if you're already in debt, make destroying it your number one financial priority. Every dollar you spend on interest is a dollar stolen from your future. Habit number 5, waiting for the perfect moment to invest. I'll start investing when I have more money. I'll wait until the market calms down. I'll start after I pay off this one thing. Sound familiar? This is one of the most expensive habits of all, and it's disguised as being responsible. Here's the reality. There is no perfect time to start investing. There will always be a reason to wait. The market will always seem uncertain. You will always have expenses. The perfect moment is a myth. What is very real, however, is the power of compound interest. When you invest money, it earns returns. And then those returns earn returns. Over time, this creates an effect that is almost mathematical magic. $200 a month invested starting at age 25 could grow into over $500,000 by retirement, from just $200 a month. But if you wait until 35 to start, that same $200 a month might only grow to around $250,000. You lose half your wealth, not because you invested less, but simply because you waited. Time in the market beats timing the market. Every single time. Start today with whatever you have, even if it's $50 a month. Get started, be consistent, and let time do the heavy lifting. Habit number 6, having no budget. This one sounds boring. I know, but hear me out. Not having a budget is like running a business without knowing your revenue, your expenses, or your profit. You're just guessing. And when you're guessing with money, you almost always lose. A budget is simply a plan for your money. It tells every dollar where to go before the month even begins. It's not about restricting yourself. It's about being intentional. When you know exactly what's coming in and what's going out, you make smarter decisions. You catch the subscriptions you forgot you were paying for. You realize you're spending 3 times more on food than you thought. You find $300 a month you didn't know you had. Set aside just 1 hour at the start of every month. Write down your income. Write down your fixed expenses. Give yourself allowances for food, entertainment, and personal spending. Then track it throughout the month. It sounds simple because it is, but most people never do it, and that's exactly why most people stay broke. Habit number 7, surrounding yourself with the wrong people. This one is uncomfortable, but it matters. The people around you have an enormous influence on your financial behavior. If your friend group values looking rich, expensive clothes, luxury dinners, constant nights out, you'll feel pressure to keep up whether you can afford it or not. This is called social spending, and it's one of the sneakiest ways money disappears. You don't buy the expensive thing because you want it. You buy it because of what people might think if you don't. Start paying attention to how your social environment is affecting your spending. That doesn't mean you need to ditch your friends, but it does mean you need to be intentional about the influence they have on your financial decisions. Find communities, even online, of people who talk about money in a healthy, growth-oriented way. You'll be surprised how much your mindset shifts when you're surrounded by people who are building, saving, and investing instead of constantly spending. Habit number 8, no emergency fund. Life is unpredictable. Your car will break down. You might get sick. You might lose your job. These things are not if, they are when. And if you have no emergency fund when they happen, you have 2 options. go into debt, or go without. Neither is good. An emergency fund is 3 to 6 months of living expenses kept in a separate, easily accessible savings account. It's not an investment. It's not there to grow. It's there to protect you when life gets hard, so that one bad month doesn't derail everything you've built. Building an emergency fund should be your very first financial goal before you even think about investing. Because without it, one crisis can set you back years. Here's the thing about all of these habits. None of them feel destructive in the moment. Spending a little extra feels fine. Skipping a savings transfer feels harmless. Waiting to invest feels reasonable. But compounded over months and years, these habits have an enormous cost. They cost you security. They cost you freedom. They cost you options. But you now know better. And knowing better means you could do better. You don't need to fix everything at once. Pick one habit from this video, just one, and commit to changing it this week. Then next week, pick another. Small, consistent actions, over time, produce extraordinary results. Your financial life is not decided by luck, by where you grew up, or by how much you currently earn. It is decided day by day, choice by choice, by your habits. And habits can always be changed. Start today. Your future self will thank you.